Hi, this is Mandy with Scott Leroy Marketing, and today's class is the Consumer Mobile Login or Consumer Mobile App. Let's get it straight. All right. And so for those visiting here live during the class, again, put the questions in the chat as you have them, and I'll make sure to answer those either during class or right after. And if you are watching this back on a YouTube recording, you can always reach out to us at support@scottleroymarketing.com, and we'll be sure to help you as much as we possibly can and get you informed about your consumer mobile app or anything else that you may have some questions about. All right, so let's go ahead and talk a little bit about what the consumer mobile app is. It is a consumer facing app. It's where a consumer can go in and search for properties. They can save properties. They can request showings. They can do a ton on that app to actually be able to collaborate with you in their search. This is going to be different than your Command mobile app. The Command mobile app is actually one that is just for you. It's the mobile version of what you're seeing on your screen right now. So it's just for Command, and you only have an agent log into that. For the consumer mobile app, you can only log in as a consumer. It never sees you as an agent, okay? It's going to be a different set of logins than you would use for your Command. It will be your email address and a password that you'll create for yourself. Highly recommend doing that, creating your own login, downloading the app on your phone. I'm going to show you how to do all of that today. And that way you can at least see from a client's perspective what they see on that app, okay? So let me go ahead and give you a little visual real quick here and show you what the app looks like in the App Store. There we go. And so right here is what you'll be seeing. The red KW in the white square is what is considered the KW Consumer Mobile app. If it is a red background with white lettering, that is your Command mobile app, and that's the one for you as an agent, okay? And so just so everybody's clear and they've got the right app downloaded, okay? All right, and so let's go ahead and move into how to get this app downloaded and how to get it branded to yourself, and then also how to share it with your consumers. Then we'll jump into detail into that app and also the KW agent website as well, because surprise, the consumer login for the app also works on your KW agent website. Same login, works both places. Just consider it kind of the same platform, just one works better on a desktop or a laptop, and one works better for mobile devices. So the consumer mobile app is on the mobile device, and your KW agent website will be the same version, but on a desktop and a laptop. So you'll see me flipping back and forth today between the two because I want to show you what it looks like for everything on both places. So you'll be super familiar. Okay. All right. So when it comes to actually getting the app, you do have a link in your command that is already branded to you. But just in case you have a consumer that already has downloaded the app, or maybe you've gone in and downloaded the app already and it's unbranded, just want to show you here quickly how to make sure it is branded to you right off the bat. And then I'll show you the easy way to get it done. Okay. So right here, again, this is what your app store will look similar to, and you can download this KW Consumer mobile app. It's a mouthful. You will hear me trip over it the entire class. Sorry. I never get used to saying it all. And so you can go ahead and download this on your mobile device here. I will tell you it works better on phones than it does on laptops. On laptops, it can be a little iffy sometimes, depends on what version you have. And so just keep that in mind if you have any consumers that are having any issues or whatever. But mobile devices are absolutely the best for this app. Once you get into it and you've downloaded it, it may go ahead and prompt you to look at this screen right here. This is the search screen. You can tell at the bottom, you have icons down here at the bottom of the screen. The search icon will be on this particular page, and it's exactly what it sounds like. They can search for properties right here. They can even use filters and things like this. And they can look at it in list view up here in the top right icon versus the map view, depending on what they want. But as soon as they go to save a property, to save a search, as you can see the button right here, anything that would try to save some of its information, that is when the consumer will be prompted to either sign in or log in. They may be prompted to log in immediately, but again, sometimes it'll let them get to this search screen and then it'll prompt once they try to move further in the app. So what those sign in or login screens look like is something similar to this. They'll be given two options, as you can see right here at the bottom. This is the login screen, just in case they've already created a login. Maybe they were with another KW agent at some point, or they had somebody in the business that was a friend or something. For whatever reason, they have the app already. They may be prompted for a login. If for some reason they do not remember their password, there is a forgot password option right here. And they can always sign up here if they want to use a different email. Okay. Give me just a second. I'm letting in a few more people from the waiting room. There we go. Their sign up page looks like this. It shows first name, last name, email, and password. And this is where they can actually sign up. This information will go directly into your command. And based on the settings you have for your notifications, you should get a notification bell letting you know you have a new lead. You should also receive an email letting you know that you have a new lead. And all of their information will be right there within your command contacts so that you can go ahead and reach out to them. Okay. And if well, let me add this part. Right down here at the bottom, it says, I accept, and has the terms of use and privacy policy. This is really important, guys. They need to check that off to be able to move forward. I will tie something back into this as soon as we move forward into the class into something else. But remember this, because this is very important that they check this. This will actually allow us to send them emails, or the system to send them emails rather, when it comes to their saved searches and market updates. Okay. So let's move forward from the sign in screen. Once you are here within the app and the person's logged in, down here at the bottom, there is a more icon. This is where you want to go to make sure that this app is branded to you. Again, I'm going to show you how to download and share this branded to yourself already. What I'm showing you is the long way first, so that you know how to do this if you ever encounter an app that's not branded to you. Okay. So you would click the more screen right here, and at the top you see find a Keller Williams agent, and there is a button for that. You would want to give that a click. You're given a search bar. You can type in the name of the agent or the location. And when you begin typing, it'll begin prompting you the certain agents that match that data. You can see we typed in Karen Fisher, and Karen Fisher from Augusta, Georgia pops up right here. Select her name or your name. And when you do, you will see that particular agent's profile. This is the same thing that populates for you if someone had gone to kw.com and tried to search for you there, or search for an agent in a particular area. This is that same profile that will populate right here. Okay. If you are ever in your command looking to make changes to this agent profile, there's several profiles you can go to. Just reach out to us and we can help you get that information updated. It kind of pulls from multiple places. Okay. So if you see anything incorrect on here, just reach out to us and we can help you. Make sure that you click on the button at the bottom that says connect with that particular agent. When you do that, it will ask you to confirm, and then it will give you the success screen and the green thumbs up, letting you know that that app is now branded for that particular agent. Okay, as you can see, it says tap anywhere to dismiss this screen. Now that particular agent shows at the top whenever you click the more button down here on the bottom right of the app. So if you have a consumer at any point that says, hey, I downloaded the app, but I don't see you on here. I've been sending you messages. You're not getting them, blah, 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 which don't worry. There's not a way they can physically try to send you messages and you not receive them. It has to be tied to you in the app. They have to have an agent to reach out to. So right here, you will know, tell them, click on their more option, and if they see your picture at the top. And if they don't, now you know how to walk them through getting that branded. Okay. All right. So we're going to jump back from this over to command. Now I want to show you how to share this using your actual KW app link that should be branded to you automatically. when you're in command here, you're looking at the consumer tab over here, the bottom icon. If you're not familiar with the icons, you can always click the red square and the names will pop out. The consumer tab over here on the left is the one that's kind of like the back office for your website. I'm going to zoom in just a little, make sure you can see it super clearly. Okay. Now, the screen that you're looking at is what the consumer tab looks like for someone that has the legacy website. If you have already upgraded your KW agent website to the newer version, it's going to look a little bit different, but your app link will be right here on the main page. Let me actually jump over to a photo of it really quick so that I can show you. Right here, this is what it's going to look like if you've already upgraded to the newer website. As soon as you click on the consumer tab right here on the left, your app URL is right here. It's just off screen, but it's right here below your website URL. Okay. You should have a URL listed right here with a copy option. Okay. Let's go back to looking at what it looks like on a legacy website. Again, this is the consumer tab. From here, you would click site and app settings and then URLs right here. Once you do that, your app URL will be in this general area right here. You'll notice that you can't put your cursor in it. There is no way to personalize this. You can only copy it and you'll get a green banner saying it's been copied to your clipboard. I just want to stop here and give a couple of disclaimers as well. There is no way to personalize it as I just pointed out. It is what it is, what it is. The other part is if you've come back here and you've looked in your consumer tab and you notice that maybe you only have like a partial app URL. Maybe it's just that first part right here with the kw.com, but you do not have this slug afterwards, which each person's slug should be unique. It's a unique set of letters and numbers. In that particular case, you may be brand new and it does take KW sometimes up to 2 weeks to actually generate that slug for your particular app URL. If you are not seeing an app URL at all, this box is completely empty and there is nothing there. It may mean that the role you are currently holding with your market center is not one of being an agent. Maybe you're an administrative staff, your market center staff, something like that, but it means generally that you do not hold the role of an agent. If you feel like any of that is an error, if you do believe you're an agent, you should be seeing it there. Reach out to us. We can absolutely help troubleshoot that for you and possibly help get it pushed through to get you that link. Okay. All right. So from this link, we highly recommend sharing this. This is the most direct way to make sure the consumer is getting the app that is branded to you. It also is great for your marketing through command. You can also text it to your consumers in your database. Just lots of great things that you can do with this hyperlink that is a one-touch button for your consumers. When you copy here, notice how cute and little this is. This would look good on your marketing, not necessarily good, but it's going to look better than what I'm fixing to show you. If I jump up here to a tab and I paste that and hit enter, it turns into this really ugly, nasty URL. That is not going to look cute on anybody's marketing, guys. So highly recommend if you are putting this into a smart plan, into a campaign, into maybe a Twilio mass text, whatever it is that you're using to reach your database, highly recommend using that short URL. Make sure you paste it right when you copy it. Don't take it from up here in a browser, okay? All right. And so from here, guys, since I'm on a desktop and looking at that link, this is the page that it opens. You'll notice that your name and your photo should appear right here, and that's letting you know it is branded. If for any reason you pasted that URL app link into a browser and you are not seeing your information right here in this area, chances are it's not branded to you and there may be a little glitch. Reach out to us, we can help, okay? But you should see your information listed right here. Now, if I were on a mobile device and I had clicked your hyperlink for your app, it will immediately prompt me based on my phone settings, but it should immediately prompt me to go right to my app store and download the app. Okay. Once it is downloaded, it should be branded automatically to you, and that consumer should not have to go through those steps to add you as their agent. Okay. But because I'm on a desktop, it's taken me to this website page. So some consumers may go to this if they're viewing your link on a desktop. And you will notice that they can come down here and actually see more information. They will be given links right here to jump into the App Store that is appropriate for their device, whether they have the iPad or the Android, maybe an Apple device. They can come right here. It also shares key features with them down at the bottom. It's a really big deal, guys. I know I was hyping it up at the beginning of class before I hit the record button, but this is a great way that they can actually collaborate and communicate with you through that app and share in their search with you. They can actually do their own custom searches based on price, neighborhood, the settings that they're specifically looking for. There's even a way to look for just open houses in their area if they would like to. Your way as an agent to set up these searches in Command is called saved searches, but the consumer will also have a way to do that on their own in that Command app as well. Excuse me, consumer app as well. And you will actually be able to see the saved searches they're creating for themselves, as well as they can see the saved searches you're creating for them. They will be able to see all of that data in the app themselves, and you will be able to see it in your command. I'll show you before the end of class where you can peep all that information. There will also be a dynamic map where they can actually add places that are important to them, like if it's a church, a school, a family member, a favorite store, whatever it is, they can add places in that app for themselves. And then any listing they preview will tell them exactly how far the commute is to that location and how close it is on the map. They can also add that get local, the points of interest, and hear what other locals have to say about that area. Okay. Hold on. I just got a question in the chat here. I'm not sure I'm seeing what it said, Shanta, but if you're having an issue with the link at all, I will. Okay. Shanta, for that particular situation, because this is a troubleshooting issue with the link that you're using, and I'm assuming this is the link out of your command, if you would go ahead and email us at support@scottleroymarketing.com, because we're going to need your logins to go ahead and jump in and troubleshoot that for you. And if you have a screenshot of what you just saw, that would even be better, because we can definitely jump in there and see what you got going on. Okay, awesome. Thank you for asking your question, by the way. So back to the key features over here as well. So it will be able to pull directly from Google this dynamic map and local information. So it's pretty accurate. And then also, if they have anytime access. So if you are not available, if they work night shift, maybe they're on a break at work and they need to look through houses, then this is a way that they can do it on their own time. Excuse me, their own time, and reach out to you if they need to. Just one second. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. I didn't think you'd want to hear me coughing. Okay, great. So you can also share information as well directly from this app to your social, to someone important. Maybe you on the fly, you looked up a listing and you want to send it over to this new contact that you just thought of. Send them a text, send them the link to the actual property. It will feed them back to your website, your information, only display you as the agent. It's great marketing. So also the consumer within their own app can share this information with people that are important to them in their buying decision or their selling decision or renting decision, whichever one it is. And so they can actually even add a co-buyer into the app themselves and link their apps together so that they can see all the data coming from you, all the listings, and actually share it together. It's pretty neat. So after they look at the key features down here, I want to scroll up and show you these login. Remember, we were looking at the mobile app screen that asks you to log in or sign up. You'll notice the buttons are right here as well from this app link, as well as down right here, it says sign up. But let me jump over to this agent's website and let me show you this. Not sure if you've ever noticed on your own website, but you have a login and a sign up feature as well right here. Again, same login and password will work for that consumer on your agent website and your consumer mobile app. So they only need to make the login one time in one place. and then it'll work both places. Okay. I want to show you just briefly what your website looks like without being logged in. If you've ever clicked on the feed button right here, you'll notice it's completely generic. There's even another agent listed right here. The reason why this is completely generic is because you're not logged in. If the consumer were logged in, this particular feed right here would be personalized to them. So when a consumer is creating their login, or if you would like to do it as a concierge service for your consumers and create the login for them, you can come in here and do that and tell them that you've personalized your website just for them, or they can also view it on your app. And this will give them personalized data from their saved searches. It'll give them personalized data for any collections, also neighborhood information, just tons of data that I'm going to show you that will be personalized for them. But right now, when no one is logged in, it does show it generically right here. Okay. So to be able to get this generic agent's information off right here, they need to log in. So it's branded to you, but also personalized for them for their own experience. Okay. All right. From here, I just want to show you what it looks like once a consumer actually signs up. They will receive an email. And if you'll give me just a second, I have several emails that I want to be able to show you today. What this particular email I'm going to throw up on the screen is what that consumer will receive. See if I can get it zoomed in a little bit for you guys. Doesn't look like it's going to zoom in for me. Oh, there we go. All right. So this is what they actually receive once that consumer login is created. Okay. So once they've put in their email, their password, they've put in their first and last name, and then they've checked that box that they agree to our terms of use and privacy policy, they will automatically get this email letting them know it says, good news, you've successfully created an account on Keller Williams. Insert your agent's name. Should be in touch with you shortly. In the meantime, feel free to search for homes by neighborhood, gives them some information, and you can even favorite the homes by tapping the heart icon. I'm going to show you that in detail in just a second. And it lets them search for homes, says by your side at every step. It includes all of your agent information as well as a link to download the app from right here in case they need to. Okay. Very, very handy dandy. And again, huge leverage for you because you don't have to come in and manually send an email every time you get a new lead that creates a consumer login on your website. It goes out automatically. It's pretty great. So I'm going to get rid of that. Let's go back to the website. I'm just going to click my KW in the top left. And from here, I'm going to log in and show you what this looks like now on the KW agent website once it is branded. So give me just a second here. There it goes. Now, notice up here at the tippy top. Let me zoom in again, guys. I want to make sure that text is big enough for you. Notice now I not only have the feed, but I have a guide. I have saved menu. Notice that little triangle, that little carrot right there means I've got a menu right there. I can choose from information. Still have full access to this agent's website drop-down menu right here. Can still access anything of hers on her website, just like your consumers can do for you. And now also I have some language choices as well that I can actually view this in a different language. And you'll notice the initials. This particular account is set up for a Jane Doe. And so the initials JD are in the top right-hand corner. And now this particular person's history will be available. They'll be able to go back and see their own history. They can come and view their own account. If I click on that, they can come in here and actually edit any information. Remember when I said places? This right here, you can come in and add places that are important to this particular consumer. Well, the consumer can do it for themselves. That way they will see any commute times for the places and locations that they happen to be looking up on this app or on the website. They can also control their own notifications right here within the app as well, change their password, add that co-buyer I was telling you about, all kinds of greatness right here at their fingertips. I'm going to go ahead and hit the KW to go back to the main website. And now I want to show you what that looks like within the app. Okay. So give me just a second. I'm going to go back and grab that. And so Here we go. All right. So within the app again, remember, branded to you already right here I got a question in the chat. Danielle, are the notifications regarding new listings or whatnot? Fabulous question. I'm going to show you all of that. It depends on the saved searches created by you and your consumer, depending on what they will get notifications for. And I'm going to show you how to set those up. So right here within the app, but I love the way you're thinking, Danielle. That's great. So right here in the app, this again is when you click the More button in the bottom right-hand corner. Notice this ginormous list of options here. So they actually do have a few more options on the app than they do when they're looking at it on your website, but they can come in here, add that co-buyer, check their account, add those places, right? They can view their history, their notifications. They do have Keller covered and home loans, Keller offers. Notice they have an affordability calculator right here, which is pretty amazing because instead of it looking like, can you afford this particular house? It's going to look at what kind of house you can afford. It's actually pretty great. So you put in your information, excuse me, I skipped ahead just a hair. So if I'm still on this more button down here at the bottom, but I just scroll down even further, you'll notice an option right here to share the KW app. That consumer can share the app from right here. And for you, as a realtor, having this app downloaded on your phone, branded to yourself, go ahead and create that consumer login like you're a consumer, but have you also branded as an agent on your app. You can share it to other people on the fly directly from your mobile device. This again is going to be an easy way to share that app. Just right here within the app itself, share the app. And when you share that link to someone, well, let me say it this way. When you click on this, depending on your device settings, you know how it'll pop up and tell you the most recent things that you or most common things that you use, like text, messaging, whatever it is that is most common on your phone. You can actually click the share the KW app, choose whatever mode you want to reach out to them, whether it's WhatsApp, text message, whatever, click it. It'll add that link in and you can send it to another person. It'll be branded to you automatically. It'll work like your app link. Okay. And so that's what the options look like on the app versus the website as well. So let's jump back to the website and let's start getting into some things from the consumer point of view, what it looks like here on the app and the website. And then as we wrap up class, I'm going to show you what it looks like on command for you as the agent, what it looks like on your side, and then what you can actually help personalize for them. Okay. And your big brother access, where you get to see all the listings they look at, all the ones they've hearted, everything. Okay. All the good stuff. So right here, coming back to the website, I'm going to show you on here, and then I'll be flipping back and forth to show you what it looks like on the app. Okay. So let's jump to the feed first. And if I come up here to the feed, please notice at any point too, the search bar always stays right here. If they're on the home page, let me just go back for just a quick second to make sure I cover this. They have the search feature right here and they can begin searching if they want to. As soon as they click on the feed button as well, that search bar stays at the top. So at any point, they can go ahead and start searching for any new search that they want to. Same on the app. Remember that main screen was the search screen and it was the map, or they could change it to a list view. And they have the option to save a search right there as they're doing it. That's always an option on the app and the website. Okay. But let's go ahead and look under feed right here for saved searches. Saved searches, collections, and neighborhood pulse are going to be right underneath their feed. I want to clarify what these are in case you're not super familiar with them. If you've ever created, excuse me, if you've ever created a search for one of your consumers, like on the MLS, where you go in and you put in they want 3-bed, 2-bath, 2,000 square feet, whatever it is, you put in their criteria and then it pulls a list of listings that are currently on the market that match that. Okay, same thing within your command. This is saved searches. You can create a saved search for your consumer within command, and I'm going to show you how to do that. There's also a tip video on our YouTube channel that goes into detail of how to do it as well, if you'd ever like to check that out. But you can come in here and create a saved search based on their criteria that they want, and it automatically updates, guys. So any listing coming on or off the market that matches their criteria will automatically populate right here for them on their app. And If you've set it up for them to receive email notifications, or if they've set it up for themselves to receive email notifications, they'll also get an email as frequently as they choose when those properties come on the market. Just one second. Apologies. It's the frog back in my throat. I think we've got rid of it. Okay. All right. So right over here on the right again, saved searches will automatically update, and the notifications that they will receive, let's say you've set them up to receive email notifications daily, maybe it's monthly, whatever you've set them up to receive, or they've set themselves up to receive, they'll also get those email notifications. But at any point when they log into your website or log into the consumer mobile app, this particular tab right here will automatically update, and they can actually thumb through and see the new listings. They can see if they're just looking for particular open houses, they can view it here. It looks like there's no particularly new open houses on here. Um, if any property has had a price change, doesn't look like any of them have, and status changes. Notice the bubbles in the top left, like this one's new, but then this one is pending over here on the right. It shows you a blurb of the price, quick stats about the property, and you also have hearts. Notice if I hover over it, it turns red. This is where a consumer can actually save the particular property they want. Also, see how I'm having these divided right here? These are different saved searches that are set up. Let's go up to this one. So this one was a particular zip code. If we scroll down, there's another zip code saved search that we have. Notice there's also options to view all properties for that particular saved search feature. We just happen to name it the zip code. You could have named it anything they would prefer or you would prefer to help you know which saved search it is. Zip codes to me are just usually the easiest. And you can actually click to view more properties from here, or at any time, you can go ahead and click on the property itself. It will open a new tab right here. This has all kinds of beautiful information. Again, you have your quick stats at the top. You have all the photos right here. You can click on the photo if you'd like a bigger option, and you have a carousel down here at the bottom that you can click through, or you can click through the carousel right here. As you scroll down, hold on one second. Notice it says find agent. Hold on. Since this is a demo account, that's a hiccup. That won't happen for you. Don't worry. This is because we unattach and reattach it to multiple agents, and sometimes then it has a hiccup. But let me grab another property, and this should be branded for our little person. There she is. Okay, so now it's branded to Karen Fisher. And my point of showing you that is as you scroll down on this listing, notice a menu is dropping down at the top. We now have tabs that we can jump to information. Okay. The address stays in the top left-hand corner to make it easy and navigatable, whatever that word is, insert there for the consumer to be able to remember the address they're on. But your information is what populates on this listing, guys. The consumer can choose to save it, and they will be given an option to save my favorite listings or a new collection. Collection will be the next thing we are jumping into. Collection means it is a saved house, and that house will stay in that collection, whether it's on, off the market, changes price, goes under contract, removed from the market, whatever it is. No matter what the changes are, it will not come out of their collection. It will always be there. They actually will need to go in and remove it or manually add houses to their collection. But you as an agent as well from within your command can create a collection for them as well. I'll show you how to do that before the class is over. But they can save it to a particular collection. We'll just click Jane's favorite. They can add a note to it if they like and click save. Notice the heart is now red. If they want to share it with anybody, they have the option to do so. They can even reach out to you as their agent and ask you a question. It opens up a little pop-up box. They have their name, their email. They can insert their phone number here, but it's not required, and they can actually enter a question to you. Okay, whatever it is, and hit submit. They get a thank you screen and can dismiss it. You just got a notification within your command letting you know that that person reached out to you and asked you a question. You can also find this information within their contact profile in your contacts tab. It will be listed in their timeline when you click on their name. Okay. There will also be a hyperlink within that notification. I'm going to show you all of that. They can also request a tour. From right here, they can check the date and time that they would like to have a tour. It leaves it pretty flexible for you for as an agent. That's pretty brilliant. Instead of them actually picking an exact time, right? They'll pick a time frame, time window. You get to specify and nail down the time with them. Okay. So it doesn't hold you to a specific time in a day, but they can pick the day, morning, afternoon, or evening. They can pick several options. Okay. They don't have to check all three. We're just going to do that really quick to have it done. But as they come down, they do have the option to request an in-person showing or a live video showing. They can choose from all these different options right here, including other, if they have a particular platform they would like to do the video showing on. Okay, so we'll just click FaceTime and they can write their notes. If you were to choose in person, that option goes away and it just goes straight to the notes section. Okay, but I'm going to choose live video because I want to show you in command what this actually translates to and how it looks on your end as an agent. And request the tour. They will get a confirmation screen. You will get a command notification. Okay. All right. So this is where it shows your information. I'm just going to scroll down pretty quickly just to show you some of the features. Again, this is the standard information you will see on all listings when you go through. However, notice they have the add a place right here. This particular consumer login had added a particular place that's important to them and they want to know how far the commute is. Well, we picked a different listing in a different zip code and state apparently because this is a 22-hour commute that's probably not going to work for them. But you get the drift. It shows them the commute times for driving, biking, and walking. They can edit this address, delete it, get directions to it, and even add another place right here. Okay. Pretty nifty. Shows the schools. They have a mortgage calculator that updates in real time. If they come in here and start entering different information, they will start seeing this price and pie graph and statistics, their percentages actually adjust in real time so that they can come in here and adjust this. Okay. So they can come in here and see real numbers as you see that moving on your screen. Okay. And next, you'll see all the different listings that they're offering that are nearby as well. But as that consumer clicks through those, you again will be the only agent branded on that. Again, lead capture at the very bottom. Let's say they shared this listing for someone that doesn't have your app or is not in touch with you. There's a lead capture down at the bottom just in case so that you can capture their information as well. Okay. All right. Scrolling back up to the tippy top. Again, this is what it looked like. I'm going to close out of the listing. This is what it looked like on the website if we choose saved searches under the feed option. Just going to show you briefly on the app what that actually looks like. This again, search on the bottom left shows them where they can go in and create that search. But if they click on the feed option in the bottom, if they're not logged in, it gives them a generic, or if they haven't created a saved search yet, it gives them a generic. But notice the listing, the tabs at the top are the same. Save search, collection, neighborhood pulse. If you have already had a saved search set up either by the agent or the consumer did it themselves, they will see pretty much what we saw as well, the listing, price, quick stats, and have the option to save it or click on it to expand it and get more information on that. That's where they can jump in also to those particular options where they can send you a message, request a showing, that kind of business. Okay. All right. Notice collection updates at the top are next. Let's jump back to the website. Collection updates right here. Again, versus save search. Save search is a certain criteria. Three bedroom, 2 bath. I want 3 houses. And so you can actually create that save search and the listings update as they come on and off the market, right? Well, collections are your favorites. They have to be manually added and removed from this collection, but it means you want to follow them no matter what happens to them. You want to find out, okay? So as you have them here, I want you to notice some say agent pick. That means the agent actually chose this listing for them in a collection in command and shared it with them. Okay. But if actually looks like these are all agent picks, well, except for this one, this particular one, the consumer actually chose on their own. And you'll notice it's pending. Let's see if any of the other ones, nope, all the other ones are still active as well. They can actually come over here, view all of their collections. They can come in and notice they have a settings cogwheel over here on the top to adjust the settings for their collection as well. And at any time, they can actually remove or add more homes to their collection as well as you can for them too. Okay. You can add more to their collection and remove, excuse me, by removing it, it would have to be an agent pick. You cannot remove one that they've chosen for themselves. That's the little catch. Neighborhood pulses. They would get neighborhood information based on the neighborhood on their contact profile within Command. Okay. So if you've got neighborhoods already assigned to your contacts within Command, they will see information under Neighborhood Pulse once they've created that consumer login. Okay. They have to create that consumer login and check that box where I was telling you they have to agree to the privacy policy and the terms of use. That gives us permission to make sure they get this information. Okay. They have to be able to log in and get this information when you create the saved searches that I'm going to show you in a minute. In order for them to get email notifications, they have to have that consumer login and that check box marked that they agree to the privacy policy. That way that we can send them those emails. So neighborhood pulse right here. If they had more than one neighborhood, you would see it across the top here. They would actually have little buttons where they can jump back and forth to the different neighborhoods. And if you scroll down, market stats, scroll down some more, recent listings, that's kind of cute. And also a past 6-month comparison. They can view it zip code, county, or state, and it'll show them that data. Okay. Again, they can go back and forth between choosing the neighborhood they have right here. If you, let's say they want to pick a neighborhood on their own, if they had done a search right here on their own and looked at a particular listing, they can choose to follow that neighborhood that they're looking at on the map. And if they choose to follow it, it will now begin to show up in neighborhood pulse as well as within your command. You'll be able to see which neighborhoods they've chosen for themselves if they've added any beyond the ones you've added for them. Okay, let's jump over to the app to show you what that looks like. Again, we were already on saved search. So if you click over to the collection updates right here, looks very similar to what we were looking at on the screen. They have the listing information, have a little heart if it's one of the ones they chose, but notice at the bottom, agent picks also show there as well. Okay. If they click on neighborhood pulse, this one you can kind of see the different neighborhood buttons at the top that they can click to view the different neighborhoods. Gives those market stats, the past 6-month comparison as well. Okay. All right. So that's what the feed looks like on the website and on the app. Next is guide. These are personalized, excuse me, they can be personalized by you if you have the legacy KW agent website. At this time, with the new agent websites, there is not a place to currently edit these. We are not sure if they are going to continue and if they will be as personalizable, customizable, there's a better word, as they currently are. We're waiting to hear their plans for that. Okay. But right now, you see the buying and the selling guide. They can come in here, mark or choose to mark off whether they've completed each step here and go through, read through the different information, mark step completed. As they do, you'll get a notification within command in their timeline that that was done. Okay. Well, a notification. You'll see it in their timeline that they've checked off these guides. And then their saved option right here is just a quick click. It gets them to any of their saved information. If they want to jump right to collections or right to neighborhoods, they can do that under saved. Let's go back to the app and show you on the app what it looks like. Guide is right here in the middle of the bottom of the app. You'll see that they have buying and selling options. And then they also have the saved button right here where they can come and quick click if they have saved searches, neighborhoods, or collections they just want to jump to quickly. Okay. So from a consumer side, that is what it looks like. I'm going to spend the rest of the class jumping into command to show you what it looks like from the agent's point of view so that you can see all the goodies. Okay. All right. Go to command. I'm going to go back to the dashboard just so we have a central point and you're familiar on my screen where we are, okay? Notice that we have some notification bells up here at the top. When you go up here to the top and click on those, you will be able to view the notifications from everything or from when that consumer added their information if they're new. If they were new, there we go. New contact form message received from Jane Doe. Jane Doe has logged in. If Jane Doe was a new login, it would say new lead captured. Okay. Notice they have blue hyperlinks on these notifications. I can click at any point and go straight to the contact within command. So I get a notification if a tour was created, a showing was requested. Let me get my words right. If a showing is requested, it messes me up when they call it a tour in here because I want to correlate that with a virtual tour, and a live tour would be a showing to me. So I want to call it a showing. So you get a notification for that when they've logged into your app or your website. Also, if they've sent you a message and if they've requested, like this one is a virtual tour and it actually gives the address right there, and you can go and click on that contact. So right from the notifications, we're going to click on the hyperlink. It opens up that contact right here. And we can view right here within the timeline on the right-hand side, all the things that we just did. Contact requested a video tour, gives you a timestamp, shows you the listing. You can click on this link right here and it'll take you to the listing so you don't have to hunt and peck for it. Gives you a little picture preview. You can click the request right here and view what times they offered that they are available and what type of showing that they want to have. To reach back out to this consumer concerning this showing or even concerning a message that they've sent you through the app, at this time, you would reply whatever is their preferred method of contact, whether it's text, WhatsApp, email, phone call, whatever it is, you would go and use your personal device to reach out back to them, okay? Or whatever you have set up through command. If you've got Twilio connected to your command and you want to use that to text them through command, that's fine too. But go ahead and hit cancel. And you can actually come down here and see that they asked a question about this listing. There's the text of their question right here at the bottom. Notice the hearts. Remember they could favorite properties? Well, right here, it actually shows that they updated Jane's favorite by adding a particular listing to one of their favorites. It even shows you when they just simply view a listing. You get to see all of this with a timestamp right here within the timeline. It's pretty handy dandy. Okay. I'm going to go into this in a little bit deeper with the saved searches. I just want to pop right back out here to your contacts to show you how to find the contacts that have already connected to your app. Notice right here, the little green check mark in the green circle, and when you hover over it, it says agent site connection. That means they are connected through either your consumer mobile app or your agent website. They've created that consumer login and they're good to go. Want to add a disclaimer here as well. When a consumer does that, if they're not already within your command contacts, it will generate a new contact based on the information they provided. If you already had Jane Doe in here with the same primary email on file that she used to create her consumer login with, it will update within that contact you already created for her, okay? That little green check will be added to her contact profile right here, and her timeline will update with information concerning her logging in. If for some reason you have a person that has multiple emails, I don't know if you do, I am that person. I have a gazillion. So if you have saved that contact within your command database with a particular email address that contact does not use when they sign in, they use a totally different email address to sign in as a consumer login, it will create a duplicate contact within your command. Highly recommend save the one that has the check. This is the one linked to their app and website activity, you want to keep this one, okay? And as you can see up here at the top, Command has a brand new merge feature. If you are not familiar, check out our tip video that we just uploaded on our YouTube that will show you how to do this and what to consider before doing it. But you can come in here and merge two duplicate contacts. Just make sure the primary one you decide to keep is the one with that check mark. Okay, guys. All right, so let me just show you your filters really quick so that you can come in here and find your contacts at any given time that already have your agent, or excuse me, your agent, I call it the agent login, but the consumer login or the website login. You can click filters right here. Now the basic filters are showing right here, and you can come right here to agent site connection, choose connected or not connected. Connected, obviously, they've created that consumer login, so you can come in here and view that if you would like, or not connected. However, I particularly like to jump up here to advanced, and the reason why is not only can I choose agent site connection that they are connected, but I can even add that extra filter of maybe I want to see when they were last recently active. So I add another filter, recently active. They've been recently active. They haven't been within, let's say, 30 days. If they haven't been active within 30 days, I want to reach out. I want to know what happened in their search. Why did it stop, right? So you can come in here and add a couple of fancy filters, hit apply, and see those contacts that are connected, but you're going to see them, whoever wasn't recently active. Okay. There's some ways that you can come in here and tweak this if you want to see who was active within the last 30 days, if you want, or you can remove that one totally and you just want to see who was actually connected at any given point in time. You can hit apply, or if you want to see who does not have it, who needs it, and everybody needs your app, guys. You either own real estate and real estate market is relevant to you, or you want to own real estate and it's relevant to you, or you have a family member that, everybody needs to have your app. Everybody needs to be in touch with the real estate market. They are operating in it in some way, shape, or form. And so they need to actually have this app. So you can come in here and see who is not connected. Great way to nurture your database. Reach out. Hey, I have a new app. Do you mind testing it for me? Can I customize this for you and show you? Would this be of value to you? There's so many ways to present this to get that person active on your app so that you can engage with them. Okay. And you can hit apply. Whenever you change any of those filters, you can always come right here to Smart View, create Smart View, and name it maybe your consumer app logins or something like that. That way you don't always have to come in here and filter through those. You can save the smart views so that you can just one click come in here and say, oh, okay, well, I want to view the one where my agents or my consumers have already logged in. I want to view who was active in the last 30 days, whatever it is, set up those smart views so you don't always have to fiddle with the filters. Okay. All right. So that's how you're going to find your contacts in here. Once you have them, let's jump back in to the contact, and I want to show you how you can actually set up those saved searches I was talking about. And then we'll wrap up in the last 2 minutes here with how to do the collections and the guides. But right over here, when you click on this particular contact, notice it says save searches on the far right. This is where you can create it for the consumer. And again, they create their own from the app side, but you can create one for them and they can view it on the app. They can view it in the website, but they also can get email notifications. Let me show you how. Notice that this particular one says it was created by the agent, and we have a pencil and a trash can that we can edit. But the one below that actually says that it was created by the consumer. Notice that our pencil and our trash can is grayed out. We can't change what she set for herself. The same will work for you and your consumers. You can alter what you've set up. They can alter what they've set up, but you can't alter what each other set up. Okay. Except for notifications. At all times, the consumer can change the notifications they receive in the app. Okay. So let's go ahead and actually add a new search. So create save search. You can search by city, zip code, neighborhood, school attendance, and even do custom, guys. You can draw a picture on the map, say it's kind of like a weird area they're interested in that may cover different zip codes or different counties or different neighborhoods. Don't worry, you can draw a circle with a or draw a shape on the map using custom if you want to. To make it easy peasy today, I'm just going to grab a zip code. And I'm gonna make up one here, so I don't even know if it's gonna be real. Is there? No. Here, I'll grab one we know. Have you guys ever looked up what is the most expensive zip code in the United States at this time? I was actually surprised when I did that recently. There is a city in California that has actually exceeded the living cost in Miami, and now holds the record for the most expensive real estate in the United States. Highly recommend you go check it out. It's pretty neat. We're just going to go with a zip code. You can put price, minimum, maximum. You can come down to amenities, check off a few that pertain to your consumer. Come down to property type. It automatically selects all of these options, but you can unselect some if you are interested in doing that. Then you give it a click to close it. They can choose active, pending, even coming soon if they would like, year built, living area, things like that. This is where you can choose to only give them notifications of open houses, guys. Pretty nifty. If you've got one of the tire kickers that just want to go and look at pretty houses, go ahead and engage with that person. Choose open house only. It's a great way to still build that community with that person. Go ahead and click next. This is where you name your search. I, again, do it by zip codes or the neighborhood name. It just makes it easy to be at a glance, whether you're on the app or the website, but you do whatever would make sense for you and your consumer. It will go to their primary contact in email on file with you. That's why you can't edit it here. You would actually have to edit it in the contact. And you can choose to send email notifications. Remember the box where they have to agree to the privacy policy and terms of use? This will only work if they have agreed to that, guys. If they have not created that consumer login yet and they are only a contact within your command database, they will get an initial email, and I'll show you what that looks like. They will get an initial email saying that they had a saved search set up, but they will not get any of the follow-up emails. Okay. They won't get them. So they will get that initial email that I showed you, the let's get started. If they've created their login, they will also get something similar. If they've never created the login and they've just had a saved search created for them, they will get an initial email, may look something like this. Says Karen has created a saved search just for you. I'd love to hear about what you think, and they can view it right here. However, they will no longer get any of the emails after that as the market updates come through if we do not have their consent on that consumer login. So you can create it for them as an agent and email them and say, hey, I created your login for you if you have their permission to do so as a concierge, or they can create it themselves. That way they'll get those emails. They can choose, you can choose the frequency for them here, or they can choose it for themselves within the app. But you can say that you want to send, let's say, daily updates or even instant. Create saved search. This person just got an email saying that that saved search was created for them. And then from there, they'll continue to get those email updates if that terms and policies was selected and they have that consumer login. Okay, so this is where you handle their saved searches. Just realized I'm 1 minute over. Let me just show you briefly in the consumer where the collection and the guide is. If you're dealing with a legacy website, in your consumer tab, collections is right here and guide builder is right here. This is where you can go and edit those and share them. If you have any questions about those, we have tip videos on our YouTube channel as well. But they're pretty self-explanatory when you jump in here to collections. You can create those. You can actually create collections and send them to multiple contacts at a time. It doesn't just have to be one. You can, like, let's say you have a handful of investors in a particular area. Come in here, create a collection of the best investment properties that you can find, and you can send them to all those investors in one fell swoop. They'll all get them. Okay. But on their side, they'll only see their data, just FYI. If you are working with the new website, sorry for flipping the screen back and forth like that and making sure that I'm looking in the right place for you. Here we go. And your consumer tab looks like this. You'll notice collections is up here at the top, but guide is missing. Again, guide is not available to edit right now. If you have the upgraded website, we are hoping that will return soon. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging in there for the KW Consumer Mobile app. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to us at support@scottleroymarketing.com. If you're here live with me, hang just a second and I'll make sure I get any questions answered for you there. Thanks for watching.